Exorcism, belief in demons, is happening all over the world. Our culture's tried to ignore this. We think if we deny something, it will go away. But it's just not true. The Buddha taught us that to deny a truth gives it power. Jesus fought demons. In Catholicism, there was a profound belief in demons and exorcism. In fact, at one time, there was a doctrine to make exorcism mandatory in all dioceses. In Buddhism, we also know that demons exist, and it's a very deep part of the Buddhist religion to be able to deal with them. It's a deep part. In Judaism, it's also a deep part of the religion to be able to deal with demonic activity and exorcism. Hinduism, very, very important. It's also a deep belief in being able to deal with the different demons. And even in Islam, there's a deep belief in that of the demon and being able to defeat him and being able to see how he could control and influence others. It's very, very important that we understand about the demons. And more than 45% of Americans believe in demons. 70% of the people of the world and all the major religions, they believe in demons. They know that they exist, and they know we need exorcism. Next, we provide proof, or at least really good opinion, about spiritual possession.
Certainly when I've been involved in the ministry of exorcism and at times prayed with people who have had a demonic attachment, I have seen Satan.
There was something there.
Do you believe in God the Father?
I believe in what I see.
So what you saw was a figure, a scary thing.
Father, is the devil real? I do believe the devil is real. I've had occurrences and experiences in my life where I believe I've seen the devil. I've seen demons, but you don't see Satan in the same way that you and I are looking at each other.
Part of your mind wanted to say it was, a trick of the light or the overactive mind creating fears.
Yeah.
Because you've devoted your life to the empirical. And when the empirical confuses you, you have to create psychologically or scientifically approved explanations for it.
Rationalize evil.
There's plenty of evil in the world. God knoweth that, you might say. Plenty of cruelty, mayhem, and murder. But the devil?
Satan is a pure spirit. He's an angel who fell.
What if there was no psychological explanation?
That's why I'm asking you.
No, you're asking me because you want me to say what I'm about to say. Stop creating fictions to avoid God. That's the bottom line.
There is definitely a spiritual world that we cannot deny. 60% of Americans believe in the devil, 50% believe in demons. This is a YouTube video of a girl that has been possessed by playing with the Ouija board.
So this demon walked up to you, and your mind wants to make it anything but a demon, because if there were a demon, life would be terrifying. Everything you based your life on would be wrong.
The logical brain gets overwhelmed, confused, cannot handle certain things. The logical brain gets culturally derealized, facing an unnatural other dimension, something completely weird. Ouija boards can be highly dangerous. Hundreds of thousands of exorcisms are performed in America each year. 500,000 people seek exorcisms every year in Italy alone because they don't know what they are doing, what they are playing with. The Vatican recently taught over 250 priests from 50 countries to learn how to identify, exorcise demonic possessions. One priest in Washington, D.C. diocese declared he and his team perform up to 20 exorcisms each week. There are millions of exorcisms taking place worldwide. There are good spirits and bad spirits.
Not all spirits are evil. All of us have an active inner dream world that is in full contact with the human collective unconscious.
Our dream world is also in contact with the spirit world.
Just like in life, there are good and evil spirits.
children are in deep contact and need help dealing with the interaction.
As we grow older, our physical world compels us to reduce contact with this dream world in the waking state.
We must have spirit contact in our dreams to stay alive.
In the progression of an evil spirit possession, things like Ouija boards, divination, muscle testing, pendulums, radionics can open the door to an evil spirit.
Alcohol is called spirits because it is also can allow evil spirits intrusion.
Hauntings and possessions build slowly. The selfish evil spirit feeds on the power, attention, and the emotion to slowly gain more power.
It is impossible for a spirit to fully manifest physically, just as it is impossible for our physical form to fully become spirit long term.
This happens after death of our physical form.
Millions of people become possessed for a short term.
Millions would need psychological or spiritual counseling.
Vast numbers are now turning to exorcisms.
We now know that exorcism is real, spirits are real, and we have to be able to deal with this and learn.
Demons exist whether you believe in them or not.
Just down the road from Hollywood, California, I'm witnessing scenes that are, well, quite incredible.
Fuck this. Father. Fuck. Did you see this? Look at this. Father, think of the child. Fuck. Yes.
It burns!
In Hollywood, exorcisms are full of spooky special effects and terrifying images. As in, most famously, the film, The Exorcist.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Tonight, we are inside the usually hidden and secret world of exorcisms. It's raw, confronting, and at times,
Listen to me.
downright weird.
Holy Lord.
Your mother's in here with us, Harris. Would you like to leave a message? I'll be sure that she gets it.
Yes, Mom, will you get out of there, please? You're no fun. I'm working.
See you later, Mrs. Harris.
I command you to depart from the servant of God.
Emily, can you hear me?
Or there's the battle with the devil in the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Demons exist whether you believe in them or not.
I'm restrained. Keep it up, guys. Put the pressure on. What bloodline?
Meet Bryn, Tess, and Savannah.
Christ, here comes the sword.
They are teenage exorcists.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, you must obey the man of God!
But exorcism is more, much more than just fodder for horror flicks. It is one of the most dramatic, profoundly moving, and profoundly controversial of all religious practices.
What we're trying to do is bring exorcism out of this dark corner that people have stuffed it into. We're trying to show people what it really is, what exorcism is, and that they can get help for things that are tormenting them. That's our goal.
Oh, no! Leave. No! No! Leave now, I command you.
And in real life, this rare footage shows what actually happens in an exorcism.
Oh, don't let her go.
I would do things that I wouldn't necessarily do, but so intense that it was like I was almost a puppet.
The devil is always trying to take over your mind. He'll lie to you. He will deceive you. He will totally try to manipulate you. So do not listen to anything that he has to say. He's worse than a studio executive. Understood?
Understood.
Worse than a real estate agent, a divorce attorney.
I got it.
Right.
The devil feeds on lies, feeds on fear and confusion, and the biggest lie the devil ever made people believe that he doesn't exist.
This is what we have to realize. Exorcisms are real.
Becky Parker is her name. She was possessed by demons, she firmly believes, and she has been saved, she affirms, by the love of God through the rite of exorcism.
I'm happy because I found God. I found how to win the spiritual battle I was in.
More than 15,000 of these, and can't keep up with demand.
There has been an exponential rise in the interest in getting exorcisms and in the cases coming to me. It's absolutely astounding.
Tell me your name in the name of Jesus Christ.
A spiritual battle. That's what the experience of exorcism feels like to those who go through it.
Speak the truth. Speak the truth.
And those who perform it.
By the power of Christ, I resist you, Satan. Look at me. Look at me. Open your eyes and look at me. Look at me. Get ready, JJ. Get ready. Get ready! Come on, Robert. Get over here, quick.
I do it because I think it's an incredibly profound opportunity to help in the healing ministry that this is fundamentally about. And in a ministry where people are suffering tremendously.
This patient believes she's possessed. She's a victim of possession. And as we know, possession's 9/10 of the law. Mental patients. Yeah, the neurotics, they build castles in the sky. Psychotics live in them, and psychiatrists collect the rent. But we have to be able to deal with the patient belief structures. We have to be able to help these people. And by using drugs that affect over 85% of the neurons in the brain, we're going to get destabilizing results, not true results. The best results are dealing with the problem, dealing with the patient naturally. It's a slow process. We also use the bioenergy. But we have great results in the long term, rather than just drugging and making our patients dependent on the mental drugs. He's working on a patient here. He's doing an exorcism. Patient believes that there's spirits inside. You won't see that in too many American hospitals, will you?
That's crap. That's magic.
Well, we got to work with the belief system of the patient. See, we don't do drugs. We don't believe in the synthetic drugs. You see, we believe that those drugs interfere with the natural process. Like you're taking Prozac for your depression.
How'd you know that?
Because you're American, almost everybody's taking Prozac for depression. Do you think that you're depressed because you're Prozac deficient? Of course not. You're depressed because of some reason. You're depressed, and Prozac is only covering up a symptom. Prozac stops the reuptake of serotonin inside the nerves. You know this from pharmacology. Now, we believe that that reuptake of the serotonin is needed, and it's part of the grounding process. Now, that's why over 45 mass murderers are people taking Prozac. They have no way to get grounded or get in contact with themselves. So Prozac interrupts the natural process. What we try to do here is we work with the natural process rather than to obstruct it.
You may be right. I feel something when I take Prozac.
Here is a little scene of the movie The Healer showing the bioenergetic device to detect spirits and energetic forces.
We use this to find and to increase our spiritual energy.
Maria Flores High School in Peru is said to be incredibly haunted. According to local rumors, the school was built on a gravesite that the mafia used to bury corpses. In May of 2016, a group of school children used a Ouija board to summon the spirit of one of the dead victims, and this footage showed it absolutely worked. Shortly after using the Ouija board, at least 20 students were all affected by a mass hallucination. The children fell to the ground and went into seizures as they vomited.
Playing with Ouija boards, dark forces, black magic is not a game. These are real scenes, real recordings of Ouija board effects how it affected children, how they fell and vomited, an entire school.
The internet is full of many different stories about possessions and exorcism.
And how they can take over children, adults, anyone who is not strong enough.
A lot of logical minds can't deal with this. They look at this event here of the Japanese girls and how chairs are moving, and they think it's all put up, but is it all put up?
Demonic forces exist, the devil exists, and if you open the door to the devil, you just don't know what's going to happen, and it can take over and then eventually destroy your life, take control.
Evil exists, and we try to look for logical explanations, but I'll tell you what, they're not always there.
The footage becomes...
This is a real case of somebody who played with the Ouija board and got possessed demonically or spiritually and physically, psychologically. We just don't know the real explanation, but what matters is do not let anything into your consciousness. Focus your mind, your awareness, and be aware.
There is a spiritual world. But whether we have a psychological, spiritual, whatever the explanation, does not change the fact that these people are in trouble and they need to be helped. But it would be wrong for us to deny the existence of a spiritual dream world that we all go to every night of our lives.
And the evil has many ways to get into your mind.
Ana Grande has got a real problem with demons, she told Complex magazine. Apparently, she went to a haunted cemetery called Stull Cemetery near Kansas City.
And it's actually supposedly one of the gateways to hell, supposed gateways to hell. And this is what she said happens. I felt this sick, overwhelming feeling of negativity over the whole car, and we smelled sulfur, which is the sign of a demon.
Who knew?
She said, this is scary, let's leave. I rolled down the window before we left and said, we apologize. We didn't mean to disrupt your peace. Then I took a picture, and there are 3 super distinct faces in the picture. They're faces of textbook demons.
That is so creepy.
It is.
Any alcohol can allow an evil spirit to enter your body, control your mind, control your actions. That's why the alcohol is connected to all cool, but means in the Arabic body-eating spirit. So if you believe that you have any addiction problems, contact AA. Anonymous Alcoholics is a religious organization who are fully helping you to get detached from any alcohol addiction.
When she used a Ouija board app on her smartphone, after using the app with her friends to ask just a few questions, Patricia Keyspace somehow managed to summon a spirit that apparently followed her home. Soon after playing with the board, her parents noticed that she started to throw violent tantrums and foam at the mouth.
Dirty Harry deals with this on the physical plane.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Mary Poppins has her own special way of dealing with it.
See the children now. Thank you.
Just getting ready to start our investigation of the Stone Lion Inn here in Guthrie, Oklahoma.
This is one of the most iconic haunted locations in Oklahoma.
We're in the back.
Holy! All of a sudden, as I'm lying completely still, a loud crashing sound comes from out in the hallway.
This camera is against the wall. You can see this camera is completely knocked over.
Figure while Billy's downstairs, why can't I be up here trying to communicate? Something happened. What's that? What's that, dude? What was the door? It's the door. Why did the door just open? What door was it?
The door right here to Nerve.
Yeah, that door.
That door just opened.
Our X camera rolling in the hallway outside Nerve Center amazingly captures this door opening all by itself.
Can you close that door? Please close that door if you opened it. Oh my God! What in the hell?
Ghosts, spirits, Satan, the devil, these different things possessions. It only takes one white crow to prove that white crows exist. And I think there's proof of these things as well. Here's my wife, Rita, and I. We're getting married in Baltimore. And before we did this in Europe, we made the movie Dangerous Truth, where we proved there was demons. You've seen clips of it, proving that there was demons. Something needed to be done. We wanted the world to know. But then a demon got into Rita. Revelations 20, and I saw an angel. Yeah, the demon Beelzebub had gotten into Rita. She left me for quite some time. And it was really sad, and I couldn't do anything, but I developed this exorcism. And finally, when I found out the word Beelzebub, I was able to do the proper exorcism. So it was 7 months of crucial time away, but I was able to beat the devil. So I started a major battle with Beelzebub. I was fighting, and overnight, just sweating for over 48 hours, fighting against this. And finally, after 48 hours of fighting and turmoil and dreams and in emotions, I was able to throw him into the abyss, along with other major demons, Asmodeus, Leviathan, and throw them into the abyss. And then I woke up and a major bed bug infestation. There was millions of bugs all over me, covering the bed, all overnight. I didn't know that Beelzebub was one of the gods or the demons of bugs. These bed bugs were just feasting on me. They were all over me, millions of them. It was incredible, as I was then later to find out that Beelzebub really is one of the gods of bugs and flies. But having defeated them, on that day, having defeated them, Rita woke up and called me. And then Rita was released from the demon. Exorcisms are real. We need to understand this. Rita came back to me, and we now need to understand a whole new idea of psychology, psychiatry. This is Desiree Dubonnet, signing off.